Hello, everyone, and welcome into another episode of the Nine Lives Panther podcast. This is the podcast that doesn't die. Welcome in. Today, I have a very special episode. My name is Keith, your co host, and today we're going to be talking about two key matchups you can expect in the upcoming Phillies and Panthers game. Before I get started, today I will be breaking down film on the Cowboys and Eagles. You might be wondering, out of all the teams, why them? In my opinion, and this is my opinion, I believe that the Panthers and Cowboys are very similar. Both teams are very similar. Now, I am not saying either is better, because I will rock with my team. But I am saying they are similar when it comes to the plays they run. They are similar in terms of their makeup. What do I mean by that? We both have a QB that can run the ball. We both have a QB that can make plays once they're pressured in crucial moments. We have a dynamic running back. They also have a somewhat dynamic running back who can hurt you once he gets a chance to. And we have two wonderful wide receivers. We both do, who can make plays anywhere on the field. Nowhere did I say one is better than the other. So, just for comparison's sake, I am looking at the Cowboys and Eagles. Whenever you're breaking down film, you want to break down film either from your own team, or if it's a future game, you want to break down film from a team with a similar matchup and likelihood of yours, because that way you can see what is expected. So let's get started. The very first matchup I have today for you is short yardage play in the middle of the field versus Phillies defense. Now, this is no way in any means a traditional matchup, but once I explain, you'll see why. Just look up at your screen right here at the first snapshot of the episode. I am breaking down the first possession play in the Cowboys offense. The Eagles went zone cover 2, and Dak and the Cowboys, they read that, and they made them pay by running shotgun. They have tight end Schultz, which is marked with a B on your screen, run a comeback route. Dak throws, and he catches, pushes for an 8-yard gain. Philly took away the two wide receivers way downfield. They took that away. But once you go zone, things like this happen. The middle of the field is wide open. And Dak saw that and made them pay on this opportunity. 2 plays later, again, this is the second screenshot. I'm putting up the second screenshot. We just saw the first one. 2 plays later, they run a similar play for Zeke. As this snapshot shows you, Tony Pollard runs a fake bubble route from the right side of the field down, or you can call this a tunnel route, and runs from the right hand of the field all the way to the left. Zeke then runs right down the middle, catches the ball, and gets a 5-yard gain. Pollard, which you can see all the way on the top of your left, is wide open as well. And he also could have taken advantage of the field. He could have ran a hitch or a curl. Regardless, the field is wide open. At least the middle. That is another problem of going cover 2. Cover 1, cover 2, and somewhat cover 3. Yes, you're taking away the deep ball and you have no respect for the quarterback because you believe that the quarterback cannot make the play. But once you have weapons, like we have in Carolina, now, we do have the weapons. Christian McCaffrey is doubtful for the game, But even then, we have two young running backs who can do the job for him. This is an ample opportunity for our tight end and running backs to get involved. Throw to them. The field is wide open. And if it's this easy to get the ball right down the field to them, we should be running this play at least 30 times in the game. Let them break. If they see that you're throwing the ball right down the middle, or if they get exhausted, you can again take advantage of that. Joe Brady, Sam, you can take advantage of that. And in this next screenshot, as you can see, Dak does exactly that. The entire drive, the ones I've just explained, the Eagles continue to play a blend of cover 2 and cover 3. Zeke in this picture runs an out, and CD goes into the post route. This forces a one-on-one matchup with CD and Steven Nelson. Zeke is wide open, as you can see, and Dak could have opted to throw to him, and he's marked with the letter A. He could have opted to throw to him, curled out, maybe he gets a first down play, maybe more. The option was there, but Dak read it as CD is open and opts to throw to him. He's marked with a circle and the letter B. CD goes, catches it, just falls short. He falls just a tiny bit short. He could have had a touchdown, but he falls short. He lands 1 yard from the goal on a 1 and goal play, 1 yard and goal play. Zeke runs right down the middle for a touchdown. Now to recap, run the middle. Run the plays in the middle. If Philly goes zone, if they play cover 2 and cover 3, make them pay because the yardage will be there. Listen, again, I don't know what it is with most football teams or fan bases in general when they just want to see the deep ball. Football isn't about just the deep ball. Sam has that in his arsenal. I'm sure he will use it once he sees the opportunity. But it's okay to take the checkdowns and it's okay to take the short yardage. Throw 40, 50 times a game. There is no issue with that. And in this case, the Cowboys did so. The Eagles, for the most part, ran zone. And they won the game in the middle of the field, whether it be running the ball or catching it. I'm just saying, as an important matchup, you want to win in the trenches. And if the opportunity rises, you can win in the middle and you can win in the deep. But again, Philly ran their cover 3 and cover 2. You cannot hold the ball and expect an opportunity to arise for DJ just because it's his contract year. You have the weapons. We've been explaining it for them in a multitude of games. Go back to our videos. I think that's all that we're talking about recently. You have the opportunities, use your weapons and make the plays. In this case, I want to see Tommy Tremble and Chuba Hubbard get involved. This is prime time for them. The opportunity is ripe. It's time to use them. Now, with the first matchup out the way, our second matchup should be a simple one. Defensive line versus offensive line. This particular game should be a redemption game for our defensive line compared to the embarrassing showout they had against Cowboys. Now, I know I'm not the only one, as I've seen reports and I've seen fans on Instagram, Twitter, and most social media platforms say we're overrated. Our defense is overrated. Now, you and me, we know what our defense is capable of. We went 3-0, mostly because of them. Now, one game on a pretty big platform, it takes down the expectations from the rest of the league a notch. It's our job to bring the light back on Carolina's defense. And I believe this is the opportunity the defense is looking for. Now, what do I mean by that? Previously, we did not record one sack in the previous game. Not one. We found out how legit the Cowboys' offensive line is, but that doesn't mean it's an excuse. We have to do better. If you look up at your screen right here, you see there is times Jalen Hurts looks great. He can make throws, he can run, he can get away from the pocket, and at times he can make great decisions. But there are times like this one where once you force him to make bad decisions, everything falls apart. As you can see on your screen, his pocket is collapsed. There's a lineman probably 2-3 feet away from him. There's one behind him, and there's one in front of him. In this particular snapshot, you can see him staring down his target, which eventually gets picked off. There's a couple of things he could have done. Devontae Smith runs a dig route, which is labeled with C, and creates a window of opportunity for either a check down or a run after. Kenneth Gainwell also manages to create a short window of opportunity. Even though it's a risky throw, it's a short window of opportunity, which probably would have led to some yardage. One of the few people that isn't open is Jalen Reagor, the person he opts to throw it to. I highlighted his route with the letter A. He's staring him down. He wants to make the big yardage play because in his mind, I'm guessing it's running, oh, I have to get this first down. Let's get it. So he throws it, and it gets picked off by Anthony Brown. I'm sure if this was an experienced quarterback, they could have made that throw. They could have calculated, thrown to one of the other weapons that are open, as I highlighted on the screen. But Hurts, while facing pressure and his pocket collapsed, couldn't make that throw, and it caves. The defensive line of the Cowboys was all over Hurts in the entirety of that game, and the O-line couldn't catch up. Again, there are moments when it seems like Hurts knows what he's doing. He's poised in the pocket and he makes great decisions. Philly fans, these legacy teams have fans that get upset once you start talking about their team. So, yes, Hurts can make plays, not when he's under pressure. This throw was read by Diggs and ultimately became a pick. What's eye-opening is that the pressure at that moment wasn't as bad if you watch the play-by-play. This screenshot makes it look worse than it actually is. He's wide open. Yes, there are a lineman in front of him, but he could have had just maybe a couple of more seconds to wait, and he could have exploited it for a better play. But Diggs sees he's rushed. He throws to him, and boom, comes up with the interception. You have to do your due diligence, and I feel like this time we need to get this right. Now, what do you think? Do you think there's more key matchups? Please let us know in the comments down below. You can also find us on Big Cat's channel. All our videos are up, and you can also listen to our podcast on Anchor and Spotify. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of 9 Lives Panther Podcast. We appreciate the love and support we've been receiving so far and the constructive criticism. Listen, I'll take anything because we want to be better to bring content to you guys. I'll see you next time on the podcast that doesn't die.